Hello, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, please do not forget to like, subscribe, get involved, do all that fun stuff. Today we're talking about James Hype, the premier kind of EDM bro of dance music at the moment. Massive DJ, loads of fans, allergic to wearing t-shirts with a sleeve on them. Definitely looks like he sells fuel. Definitely the kind of bloke that you do not want to be stuck with at an after party at 4 a.m. So as you can tell, I'm not particularly a fan, but I do respect what he's done. He's massive. He's made a massive brand for himself. Very, very successful. More successful than I will ever be. And generally, I've kind of like, just let him be, whatever. But I saw something recently which really did do my head in a little bit. And I've seen this more than once from him, right? So it's a video, right? And he's performing in Washington, right? So let's just have a quick look at it here and then we'll chat about what it is that does my fucking nutting about this.
The decks that I need to play. I don't know how the fuck it's happened, but I swear to God, it's happened. I was trying to think what we could do because I had a set prepared that I wanted to play. Honestly, I don't want to let people know I love DC and I love to support you guys.
So he's playing in DC and the decks he wanted aren't there. Okay.
The amazing thing is, my fiancée is out here as well.
Oh, his fiance's there. Oh, she's there. Isn't that amazing?
So we decided we would just go back to back playing.
Okay, right. Funny that it also says comments are disabled on this video. Of course they are. Right, so what's happened there is that he's got to a festival, he's played, or he was going to play, and the decks that he wanted weren't the ones that were available, right? There still are decks there, but they're not the ones that he wanted. All the other DJs seem to manage just fine, and it's a big event, so I would imagine that they would have been at least sort of CDJ 2000s, right? So they would have been workable, right? But they're not good enough for him, apparently. So instead, what he proceeds to do is get up on stage and just blame the festival. Probably blame some poor runner or tech person who's probably going to get, a bit of a bollocking because the decks, not even the decks were broken. The decks were clearly working perfectly fine. Fine enough that he could then DJ back to back with his fiancée. So they were fine, right? Let's have it right. They were fine. But he took this opportunity to dig someone out, blame the festival, and get a little bit of PR for himself. Because him and his missus are on this journey to making themselves the posh and becks of the electronic music world. Ugh. So, I have two problems with this. The first is with James Hype himself, right? He's very Marmite. He's a love-hate type thing. I'm more on the latter side of things. I don't hate him, but I don't particularly like what he does. But what annoys me specifically about this is that one of two things has happened here, right? First, the first thing that this could be is there was a genuine mistake from one of the stage managers or tech guys. Didn't realise that he needed a specific set of decks. Remember, he's not the only artist playing there. There's a full bill of people playing there who presumably are all fine. And they weren't switched in time. Bear in mind that the times between the artists performing is minimal, right? So the mistake has happened and he's took this opportunity to, rather than be dignified, he took this opportunity to get himself a bit of free PR. He's said to his team, clearly, film this, make sure you get this on camera, because I'm going to go up here, dig out the festival, and take this as a nice little opportunity to get some content where me and my wife are going to perform, and try and make myself look like a good person, right? That's what's happened. What he could have done if he was being a little bit more dignified, a little bit more respectful, I understand fine if he genuinely can't play with those decks, which is not true because he does 5 minutes later. But anyway, if he genuinely can't perform with those decks and he wants to address it to the crowd, then there should be some acknowledgement of this is not the crew's fault, this is not the festival's fault, it's a genuine accident, but I'm going to do this now. That's it. Don't need to film it. You don't need to shame the people involved by filming it and putting it all over your social media. He obviously knows he's done something wrong because the comments are disabled. So he's used this genuine mistake, even if it was even a genuine mistake, for a bit of PR for himself and his wife. So that's the first thing that I really don't like about this. And that's on him. The second thing is on us. Is on the electronic music community, dance music fans. Because how have we allowed it to get to this? James Hype, like him or love him, James Hype, like him or loathe him, is the logical conclusion of when you start putting DJs on main stages. When you start giving these people equal billing with rap stars and rock stars. That was never what they were supposed to be. They were never supposed to be like this. DJs they would play music in rooms. They literally press buttons. A lot of them, I mean, I am a DJ. I make music. I love it, right? But it's not the same level of skill or stardom, or it shouldn't be, as a rock star or a rap artist or whatever, right? But we've put them on these massive pedestals and we've allowed a culture to fester, which allows them to act like these fucking divas. Let me put it to you like this. Andy C, right? One of my favourite DJs ever. Would he have thrown a hissy fit like that? What about DJ EZ? What about Todd Edwards? Ben UFO, right? What about DJ Storm? Any of those guys would have just got on with it, right? And then if they had a complaint, if they had something that they need to bring up with the festival, either do it behind closed doors before the set and ask if there's time to get it fixed, or do it afterwards. Don't use the opportunity as a little PR grab for you and try to turn it into a situation where you're not the one being the massive diva.